It's been 6 full weeks since you started consistently going to the gym. You were promised you would start to see progress by now, but you're pretty underwhelmed by what you see in the mirror. Now, I have a feeling if you don't make the following changes, you're going to continue to see very little progress. And I know you think I'm going to talk about food. This has nothing to do with food. You've probably seen the age-old debate. Should you use free weights or should you use machines? There's not a single doubt in my mind if you clicked on this video, the answer is free weights. As you can probably tell, I'm not a bodybuilder. The people I work with are people like who I used to be. Maybe come from an overweight background, really nervous in the gym, really don't want to be judged in the gym. And I take those people and get them to a point where they can do lifts they would never imagine they could possibly do before. From my experience, using machines is a bit like using Duolingo to learn a language. You might think you're learning, you might think you know a few words, you might actually be able to string a sentence together. But if you were thrown into a dinner party with 5 French people who spoke no English, you'd be fucked. I'm anxious thinking about that. Avec ma copains? You're only sticking to 3 sets of 10 on the machines because you don't want to be seen trying to squat. But it's the only way you're going to learn, so ditch the Duolingo approach to lifting. If you don't know where to start and you feel like you're going to stick out like a sore thumb, look in the description below and you will find yourself with the simplest free plan on the planet. It'll take you 2 seconds to download and it'll take away half the gym anxiety you have. I presume you remember what you had for dinner last night, but do you remember what you had for dinner every night over the last week? I presume you can't. So how do you expect to know what you lifted on every single session you done last week? Most workouts are going to be between 5 and 7 exercises. You're probably going to do roughly 3 sets. So that's 15 to 20 sets that you're going to try remember in your head. You will never remember that. It's an impossible task. Personally, I can't remember what I had for dinner last night. If you're going to go through all that effort to get to the gym, that 1 minute it would take you to track what you lifted is like leaving everything on the table. It'd be like training all your life to get to the 100 meters at the Olympics. And whilst the rest of the 7 participants are sprinting forwards, you turn around and sprint the other way. You can't really progress that fast in the gym. You have to go up in the slowest increments possible, really. And if you don't know what you lifted on the last workout and the workout before that, you're not going to pick the right weight to do, and you're not going to go for the right amount of reps to do, and you'll be essentially running backwards. If you're around about my age, you probably remember Men's Health magazines and its bizarre fitness tips. I one time read an article in Men's Health saying that you should do weights as fast as you can to hit your fast twitch muscle fibers. So I genuinely went into the gym, picked up 1 kilo dumbbells and done this. I'm not joking. I done this for about 3 or 4 weeks and I've seen 0 progress. Now granted, I was about 17 or 18 and there's a high chance I misunderstood the article. But there's not a single person out there in the gym who hasn't done ridiculous things. And it will take you longer than 6 weeks to figure out what all of those things are. I once had a client who told me they wanted to get a new coach because they didn't believe I was the person to get them to their new goal. They said the goalposts have shifted and they weren't seeing enough progress with me. Now, to give you a bit of context, this person had never been in the gym until they worked with me. We were getting on as well as you can possibly get on. We were improving at a rate that you couldn't improve any faster. So I asked them, what is this big new goal that makes you feel like you need to make progress faster and you need a new coach for that? And they sent me back a picture of Zac Efron. Sure, we can all strive to better ourselves and get in better shape, but to be Zac Efron is a bit of a stretch for anyone. Now, everybody does this. Everybody has unrealistic expectations, but the longer you're in the gym, the longer your brain sees how ridiculous your expectations are in the beginning. Because we all have them. We all have them. When I first started the gym, I believed within 3 months, I would never have to ask a girl on a date again because they would just come flocking to me. I've been going to the gym for a while. I do have a girlfriend now, but I can confirm no amount of going to the gym ever makes that happen. Now, what I want you to do to combat this is film your lifts. I don't actually use progress pictures with my clients because I think that is the worst possible way for you to measure progress. Because I know in your head, I know how it works. You want to look like Zac Efron or who's another woman, Jennifer Aniston, she's a bit old now. But you want to get much better at seeing all the little wins that you would never see before, because that is what is going to keep you going. The goals you set in the first 6 weeks are always going to be probably a bit unrealistic. So you need other reasons to go. And eventually your goals will get more and more realistic. Now remember, without a plan, you're going to be walking around the gym like a headless chicken, sticking to the same 5 machines that are covered in cobwebs because you're the only one using them. So get yourself on the simplest free plan in the world. It'll take you 2 seconds to download in the description below. And I'm pretty sure if this video resonated with you, you're going to be making this mistake with your step count as well.
No, France. Écosse. Scotland.